Welcome, my children. In this room, you shall explore the noble art of divination. In this room, you shall discover if you possess the sight. Hello, I am Professor Trelawney. Together, we shall cast ourselves into the future. This time, we shall be focusing on tessomancy, which is the art of reading tea leaves. So please take the cup of the person sitting opposite you. What do you see? The truth lies buried like a sentence deep within a book, waiting to be read. But first, you must broaden your minds. First, you must look beyond.
What a load of rubbish.
Where did you come from?
Me? Been here all this time.
You, boy? Is your grandmother quite well?
I think so.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. Give me the cup. Oh, pity. Broaden your minds. Oh, your aura is pulsing, dear. Are you in the beyond? I think you are.
Sure.
Look at the cup. Tell me what you see.
Oh, yeah, well, Harry's got sort of a wonky cross. That's trials and suffering. And, that there could be the sun, and that's happiness. So, you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it.
Give me the cup. Oh, my dear boy. My dear. You have the grim.
The grin? What's the grin? Not the grin, you idiot, the grim. Taking form of a giant spectral dog. It's among the darkest omens in our world. It's an omen of death.
Hey there, LEGO fans and Potterheads. I'm the lawyer in the LEGO Shed, and this is the 34th in a series of videos that I'll be making as I build my way through the magical world of LEGO Harry Potter. I've been collecting the Harry Potter LEGO line since it started back in 2001 with the release of the very first movie. And for this video series, I'm going to be building sets that have been part of the more recent waves of Harry Potter LEGO, beginning in 2018 and stopping with the 2023 releases. The plan is to go in movie order, and so without further ado, let's get started. Today we're covering set number 76396, Hogwarts Moment Divination Class. This is the 5th installment in a sub-theme of Harry Potter LEGO sets depicting some of the classes taught at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. As with the others in this sub-theme, it has 2 modes, display mode and play mode. In display mode, the set appears to be a small Hogwarts textbook, and in play mode, we see a divination class being taught by Professor Trelawney at the top of North Tower. The divination classroom has only been referenced one time prior to this set. In set number 4757, we see a tiny upper corner of the clock tower featuring a crystal ball and a few Lego mugs. This set also came with a Professor Trelawney minifigure, who we will discuss in greater detail later. When looking at the overall build, it follows the same format as all the other Hogwarts Moments set. Starting with this display mode, I think that we can kind of just take a look here. It looks really lovely. We've got that great custom printing on the original or the main plate here, with these unique printings here for the individual things you would be doing in divination, and then a nice big beautiful Hogwarts crest, that beautiful purple again just all the way around, and then the little stickered tile over here on the back, showing that it is the divination book if you display them that way. Then as we move into play mode, we can open it up here. And for the most part, it actually comes together pretty quickly. All we have to do is just remove a few little components here to be able to get our display going. And we fold out those nice big beautiful wings here. Then we have our little table and a little side display. And then we have a few other little things hiding, like our poofs that the students sit on, and then a little crystal ball that goes directly on the table. So if you can kind of see that here, I'll adjust our view. There we go. We have our full layout of the classroom here that I think looks pretty great all told. let's talk about some of the individual components here. We're following a very similar approach to what we did in the Transfiguration and Charms classrooms, in that we have 2 fold-out sections that are really just archways to expand the overall space. The archways here are hung with some lovely red-built bricks to make those nice curtains, and then the rest of the background looks nice and full, enhanced with a lot of these stickers and then these nice little archways down here at the bottom. We also have a typical little cabinet down here at the base that you could store some additional things in. In place of our usual chalkboard, we actually got a cupboard that's nice and filled with some additional teapots and teacups. And we also have Professor Trelawney's large armchair here that she sits in while teaching class. And then, of course, we have those the iconic little table setup that you would have for reading tea leaves at the tiny table. It's basically just big enough to put that teapot on. And then last but not least, we have one of my favorite components. We have the printed tile that comes along with these particular Hogwarts Moments sets. I'll throw in a little side panel here so you can see a little bit better. But each one of these has had a printed tile for the textbook that would be associated with it. And this one features the Grim, a really fun nod there. What I really liked about this one in particular is that I think that this particular set improved upon the archway approach from the prior Hogwarts Moment sets. The dark red curtains really make the space feel more cozy, which was certainly true of Professor Trelawney's classroom. The sticker work here is also definitely an improvement. The classroom is very richly decorated, and the stickers here do a lot of the heavy lifting. Even though this cup tower over here is a little bit off, as its placement is technically on the floor, it still does look quite good. As with all the other Hogwarts Moments sets, I also really love the beautiful display version versus the play version, particularly with regard to the printing and color of this set, like we talked about. I think it just looks really stunning there, that nice purple. Some of the things I didn't love, it's really just the standard problems that I have with these Hogwarts Moments builds, as has been true with every video if you've watched them so far. You can't incorporate this scene into the broader castle system, which is frustrating, either for 2018 or 2021. And you can't really store the minifigs from the set inside the book itself. So that creates a situation where you've got these floating minifigs and not really knowing what to do. All right, now that we've covered the main build itself, we can dive into some of these minifigures. Let's start first with Harry. He is kind of an odd combination here. His hair has appeared for us just one other time, exactly like this anyway, in the collectible minifig series. Every other time we've seen Harry, he's in with this particular shaggier haircut. It's with a more film-accurate design. But then this hairstyle really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for this particular scene or movie. Clearly, we're referencing the Prisoner of Azkaban based upon our legs and then the content that we're kind of exploring here. And he's got that more tousled hair look that we've been seeing so far, not this shaggier look. So it's kind of an odd decision, especially when we really only see this shaggier hair in Goblet of Fire. Next up, we've got Parvati. She is Parvati Patil is her full name. Her inclusion is very welcome here, I would say. It's also in keeping with the other Hogwarts Moments sets, which have been a great source of getting a hold of some of these side characters. This is actually the first time that we have seen Parvati as a minifig in the video series, but her actual first appearance is in a Goblet of Fire themed set, which we're going to cover in the future. Her hair and face painting look really great, especially with this new kind of flesh tone that they had introduced. And she's got a standard Gryffindor robe, which makes sense for the context, but it would have been nice to see something a little bit different for her. But again, hair and face printing look great. And finally, we have my personal favorite, Professor Trelawney. She is one of those characters that's relatively hard to come by. Prior to the new waves, she had actually only been released once in set number 4757, and she's wearing some truly baffling attire in that particular one. Never once in the entire Harry Potter series have we ever seen her wearing these things, but she's in a purple hat and a blue robes. She does at least have her trademark overly large glasses, something that we've actually seen on every version of her. Then in 2018, we got a Professor Trelawney minifig in the collectible minifig series. That version actually appears to be the most directly based upon Professor Trelawney's attire in the third movie. And like the collectible minifig version, the version that we got in this set is actually really expertly done. After doing some digging, it appears as though this one is actually based upon an outfit that Trelawney wears in Deathly Hallows Part 2, which you can see by this overcoat pattern here that looks really great. That is carried through in that screenshot that I'll drop in from the scene in Deathly Hallows Part 2. Her printing really does look great here. She's got printing on the torso as well as on the legs, and then printing on the back as well. She's even got a different color for those arms to really emphasize the fact that this is just kind of a coat that goes over the top. I thought it worked really, really well. And then, of course, she's got this beautifully custom done hairpiece that we first saw in that collectible minifig version. But it brings it all together, and I think it just looks really fantastic. I also enjoyed the fact that we got a legged version of her, so that if you wanted to, you could have her sit down, which is not true of those versions with the dress pieces. So my overall impression here, I ended up really liking this set. I think that they improved upon the problems that were present in other Hogwarts Moments sets, and the sticker work here with those large purple plates, it just really makes the whole thing very eye-catching. And all of that, combined with the fact that we got two rarer characters, really made this set a great one. So I think that's it for set number 76396. If you're interested in following along on the journey, please feel free to follow the account. And if there's anything else that you think that I should be covering in these reviews, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and have an awesome day.